How would you describe JJ's personality?
You want me to describe him?
Yeah.
Happy,
Oh, yeah.
very happy, funny, loving.
What were some of JJ's biggest passions? What did he love the most?
His family and hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say those were the number one. Both
Yeah.
of those.
Hockey
yeah.
was huge.
And he played for Top Gun and the Islanders?
Yes.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Islanders and Top Gun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then lastly, just covering up about who JJ was, what did hockey mean to JJ?
He loved it.
Yeah.
It was his passion. He anytime he put on the skates and he put on a helmet, you could see the smile from ear to ear.
Oh, yeah,
He
those
was
were-
he was really engaged in the sport,
Yeah.
willing to learn the sport, how the sport's supposed to be played,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave it his all the time he was on the ice.
Mm-hmm. And
know.
you went to Great Oak, right?
He did.
And they what are your thoughts on them putting a bench for JJ?
I was
down
going to
there?
mention that. It was, you know what's awesome is just seeing the kids play out there.
Mhm.
And then one day I drove by and I saw a couple kids. And then, matter of fact, a day or two later, I was talking to them and I was like, hey, what were you guys doing on the bench? They're like, oh, it's the friendship bench or whatever. You know, and then I walked over there and it was awesome to see that a plaque there and the kids have time that they can go and sit there and all his friends that came through with
Yeah,
him.
that's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
cool.
But it's meant for them, like kids to gather at that
Yeah,
bench
like
if
a,
they need
a
a
buddy
friend.
bench.
You know, because he was
Yeah.
always a friend to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
buddy bench.
Yeah, buddy bench.
Yes.
I think that's what it was. On January 21st, the Danvers Falcons hosted the Gloucester Fishermen at Raymond J. Bork Arena in Beverly. This wasn't any average game for the Falcons, as the organization decided to dedicate this game to the life of J.J. Rosado, who unfortunately passed away Sunday, December 6th, 2015, due to SUDC. The Falcons came out with custom Rosado jerseys, including one for JJ with his number 91 on the back and his last name right above. Following warm-ups, the two captains, Trevor McNeil and Bobby Joyce, did a lap around the rink with JJ's jersey and then presented the jersey to the Rosado family. Next, the lineups were announced. With the game of hockey having 5 skaters out on the ice per team at a time, the Falcons only called out 4, announcing JJ as their 5th skater for the start of the game. The Falcons played the first 8 seconds of the game with 4 skaters due to JJ passing at the age of 8. Unfortunately, the Falcons weren't able to pull out a win for JJ, but the heart and love filled the building for JJ and his family. How did it feel to see the hockey team come out and celebrate the life of JJ?
That hit me hard.
Yeah.
Knowing that I skated for the Falcons
Exactly.
and what it meant to me to skate for the Falcons and put on that jersey, and just seeing you guys, how you presented it and everything, how classy it was and everything, it took me.
Mhm.
You know, Danvers is a great place. You know what I mean? It was great to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt honored.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how you guys do a plaque in honor of JJ and
yeah.
put his name there and honor him every year, where kids can work hard and like he did and show what hockey means to our community and what they've done for the community. You know what I mean? And
They supported us though too when
Yeah.
we did the SUDC banner. Remember?
Yep.
So the SUDC Foundation is Sudden Unexplained Death in Childhood. You had to sign up to get the banner to your town or city or whatever, and they sent it. You know, each person had to keep sending it out, and you bring your community together to have that big banner wherever you wanted, like hang it in your town, or the fire department offered for us to bring it, and they hung it on the fire truck and did photographs and stuff like that. That was a form of support, which was nice.
Yeah.
So last year we started doing random acts of kindness, starting on his birthday for 8 days for the 8 years of his life.
That's awesome.
So that will actually start next Sunday. So we give out little cards for people to give away to the recipient that they're doing a random act of kindness for.
Yeah.
That explains why they did it in his memory.
His best friend's mom had breast
Thank you.
cancer.
Mhm.
And if you notice, JJ always, well,
October.
October.
This is where the pink comes in.
October, every October 1st, he would tell me, Daddy, I want pink laces.
Oh, yeah.
So one day he wouldn't play his game until he got pink laces and pink tape,
Mhm.
because he was so aware, even at the age he was, that breast cancer meant it hurt ladies. And I'm
And that
a big,
people can pass
yeah.
away.
and people can pass away. So his friend's mom had breast cancer, and every October 1st, and then he started wearing it all year round to
Then it became
represent
his
it.
favorite. Well, it became his favorite color.
And his favorite
too.
color.
Yeah.
That's
So
where the
he-
pink balloons came from.
Yeah, he always had pink laces and pink tape on his hockey stick all the time.
He was an old soul for an 8-year-old.
How does JJ's legacy affect the Danvers community?
He touches a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
People that
People that
He-
didn't even
he-
know him.
he touched people that even today people come to me and they say, your son, you know what I mean? Like, I still remember your son when he was my reading buddy, or I still remember when JJ helped me in class do math or whatever, and JJ would always be polite and hold the door for me, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it was nice to hear that, and that still carry on till this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
People still to this day come to me and they say, "Oh, JJ was your son."
He touched a lot of lives of people that didn't even know him too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I was just gonna say everyone in the community knows who JJ
Yeah.
is, so it's awesome to see that.
But it's also the
Yeah, it's nice.
keeping it alive with on being on all the police cars
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
and
All the
and
91 stickers
yeah,
and
and
all
it
Yeah.
it's good to see.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
really
mean?
cool.
It's sometimes I'm thinking about them, and then I see all of a sudden a school bus with a bunch of kids in the school bus with 91, and I'm like, wow,
There's your sign.
he's watching over them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it,
So how are you keeping JJ's legacy alive to this day?
how we're keeping JJ's legacy alive. We have I wrote a bill that's supporting other kids. I always like to be proactive instead of reactive. And I've said this multiple times, like, my worst thing is having someone go through what we've went through. And I always said to myself, the minute I don't want anyone to ever go through what Chelsea and I went through. And I'm just fighting for other kids, so that way parents feel comfortable. You know, I'm no different than them. My kids have been tested. And if my kids are tested, I want everybody to be tested,
Exactly.
you know? And I just want all the kids to be healthy and safe and play the sport that they love, just like JJ did. He played the sport that he loved and had a smile on his face.